Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing more Paranormasight, The Mermaid's Curse. Let's get into it. Things are getting interesting. They are hotting up, for sure. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd have to replay this chapter up to this point, but it's come right back in where I left off. So we're going to go down and dive. We're looking for that, that sigil, I suppose, that sort of chained sigil that shows where the curse is as well as the curse entrance. They should be fairly close to one another. It's that spot where, yeah, we're not really interested in all that nonsense. Near where the big hole was. There's the big hole. So we're looking for, like, sort of chained sign? Look where that exclamation mark is. No, that's just some kind of shellfish. What have we got around here? Pay a little bit of attention to my breathing, but I did max out the oxygen part of the dive mini games, so in theory we should be okay. Aha! Gotcha. Ooh, might have to. Ooh, I got enough to do this all at once. It's looking a little bit fraught. Ooh. Go back to the boat. We may drown. But we might not. And even if we do use it, it's apparently immortal, so it probably wouldn't be the end of the world anyway. But we did it, so that's cool. So we did that part. So what was this? I guess we just go down like the big hole now, right? Let's go over there. So we should now be able to get down here. Good. Looks like that powerful current has receded. I should be able to make it through now. Only one way to find out. Awesome. You going, user? There's a tunnel here. Is this the right way? I don't know. Use your best guess. There's an open space here, but it's pitch dark. Could this be the sanctuary? You think I brought my flashlight? Let's see. Light on. There, now I can see. Time to have a good look around. Oh, right. So actually it's, okay. We've come up, and there is a place to breathe. I don't need to worry too much about... Oh. That stone archway over there. Could that be the entrance to Ryugu? Should take a closer look. Yeah, I actually just wanted to examine stuff. There's lots of puddles on the floor. I better watch my step. What are the chances of being a mockingbird down here? No way, that's a mockingbird. How did it get down here? Maybe it's a kind of spirit being that appears in reaction to something. I mean, that's a theory. I've got 11 out of 20 now. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm not sure how many more I'd get, but sure. Let's go deeper. I thought that's what I was doing. Do I just click proceed? Stone archway could be the entrance to Ryugu, but nothing happens when I go near it. I guess humans really can't travel there after all. So all I need to do to break the curse is leave the bronze mirror here, right? Maybe. What if I look left? This would be to the left of the entrance, I think. Nothing here, though. I'll have to go by bearings, but I think this is to the right. Nothing here but a wall. Alright. So what if we think? I'm sure I felt a presence back there. What was that about? seemed to vanish whenever I switched on my flashlight. Oh, okay, so light off. 360. Ah! The second I turned my flashlight off, I started to sense their presence again. I can just figure out what direction this sensation's coming from. Light on. Light off. Right. Maybe I should try making an offering with the mirror near the archway. Yeah? Yeah, here goes nothing. Nothing happened. Did that do it? No way, I must have done something wrong. Well, I clearly didn't work. Maybe I should take another look around or something. Okay, have I picked up the... okay. Alright. Don't get what it wants from me. How am I gonna... Clicked on everything, I think. Hey. Like a little indentation there. If I could just figure out what direction this is... Okay, so... But how do I do that? Oh, hello. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. Did you see it? There was a little thing just here. Light off. There it is. It was there. I mean, I can't move in any closer. Curse the raging waves! Be gone! Ha! Nothing happened. To top it all off, my voice echoed way more than I expected and scared the crap out of me. Pretty embarrassing, even though I'm alone. Right, well, we definitely see it. There, I see you. I see you. Why isn't user mentioning it? I think I see it there. I see it now. I mean, I see it. It's there. Aha! Ah, what the hell was that? Wait a minute, is that the mermaid Hayase? Not in the flesh, but what is it called? A curse echo, like the imprint of a curse. Oh, what if this mermaid's echo indicates the presence of the curse? If so, now's my chance to offer up the mirror. Do it now. Now, curse of the raging waves, heed my call and trouble us no more. Ooh. Ah, there you are. Good work out there. We felt it the moment you pulled it off. The curse of the raging waves is gone for good, and it's all thanks to you.
Indeed, a job well done. The cursed aura that once enveloped the island has faded without a trace.
Really? Phew. Sure couldn't tell, but turns out it worked. You hear that, user? You did it. Yeah, now we can finally relax. Well, is certainly one problem taken care of. Now, my assistant and I can focus on another issue that requires our attention. Already? Sounds like you got a lot on your plate. Naturally, our convenience is of little concern to the paranormal. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Huh? Oh, hey, Tsukasa, what's up? Not you. I'm talking to Mrs. Shaky. There's a call for you over at the station, ma'am. A call? Oh, I suppose this must be a police matter. Understood. I'll head over there right away. You'll have to excuse us. But if there's anything else, feel free to contact me. I will. Thanks for everything.
Thanks for everything. Said that in a very strange way.
So, Spell, what happened with the curse? It's gone. User ended it. Yay, nice one, user. You know, I reckon I've got a knack for this. Maybe I'll go into the curse breaking business. Hit me up if you need any other curses broken. You never know, that might be a true calling. Maybe it suits you even better than being an armor diver. Come to think of it, we better let old man Wakamura know how it all went down. Where did he get off to anyway? Don't ask me. Maybe he went home. Probably. How about it, user? Want to go see him? Yeah, okay. I suppose we did make that deal. But it can wait till after I've had a chance to change clothes and take a breather. I'm beat.
Fair enough. I guess it's not like there's any hurry, huh? In the meantime, I'll go to work on the boat. Let's meet up later, yeah?
As for me, I'll track down Sarah and Celia and fill them in. Later.
Several hours later.
By the way, user, you haven't given up on finding that mermaid, have you? Any new leads? Sort of. Mrs. Shiki shared some information with me earlier when she pulled me aside.
Really? Oh, I guess experts on the supernatural would know about mermaids too, huh? So, what'd she say? Did you find out what you have to do to meet one?
Actually, it turns out that the mermaid who saved me isn't in this world anymore.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It means she's gone back to Ryugu, the world beyond. Apparently it's a place between this world and the world of the dead.
Wait, really? Does that mean mermaids aren't from our world?
I guess not.
Well, sounds like you've hit a dead end.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Wakamura, you him? We come to tell you the good news. User did it. He broke the curse. So you better keep up your end of the deal.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
Hey, anybody home? I'm coming in. Oh, the door's already open.
That's weird.
Mr. Wakamura. What the? Oh, shit. Ah! Mr. Wakamura, don't tell me he's...
I don't believe it. That wound. Did a curse cause it? But we ended the curse, didn't we?
Ooh. Alright. So, okay, it's all kicking off. We've got one with Yumiko, the phone call. Fabrication, Arnav's stuff. We've got Accepted Fate still up here with User. We've had that one on the plate for a little while. But maybe we should follow up this lead we currently have with what's gone on with Mr. Wagamura. Just when the curse of the raging waves has been lifted and it seems Kamishima no longer has any curses left to fear, Yumiko receives a phone call that changes everything.
Hello, this is Shiki speaking.
Oh, what was his voice? Mr. Shuki, it's me, Ida from the police department.
Oh, Detective Ida, what is it?
Well, right after we got your call, we went in to look into Yamashina, and that Akoma guy you mentioned was working for him.
Oh, that's right. How did it go?
Well, not well, that's for sure. We found the old man murdered in his own home.
What? What on earth happened to Yamashina?
Well, we tried getting in touch with his secretary first, but he weren't responding to any attempts to contact him. So we went to his house together. We ended up having to use a spare key to get in, so there wasn't anyone else around. After looking around a bit, we found what looked like a cell in one of the outlying buildings that had been shut up tight.
A cell?
Yeah, we found Yamashina there, collapsed in a pool of blood. We called an ambulance right away, but we could tell at a glance it was already too late.
How bad was it?
Well, worse than bad, just remember it sends a shiver down my spine. He had this massive wound, like a sharp blade had sliced right through his torso, bone and all.
What?
First thing that came to mind was the skeletons in the Toba case. Pretty reminiscent, don't you think?
Well, very, but it couldn't be. Do we have an estimated time of death yet?
Well, we still investigated, but the blood wasn't even dry. I'll put it within the past few hours. The curse stone housing the curse of Tomashiga has been in my possession the entire time. There's no way anyone could have used it.
My thoughts exactly.
Yamashina's quite a big shot in politics and business round these parts. There's some worry news of his death might cause a stir, so the higher-ups will probably want us to keep mum about it for now.
I see. Well, that might be for the best, yes.
Weren't there a load of rumours about some succession crisis going on with him?
Well, there were indeed, though according to the man himself, he'd already chosen his successor and handed his will to his lawyer to boot.
Whoa, really? Well, that should make things go more smoothly at least.
Wait, you don't think there's a possibility that might have served as a motive?
What, you mean the culprit might have been mad they weren't chosen as his successor? Well, I could see that if he hadn't left a will, but you said he had, right?
True, perhaps they didn't know about it.
Either way, there are more people out there who'd want Yamashina dead than you can shake a stick at. Finding our culprit based on motive will probably prove tricky.
I see.
Still, I can't imagine you'd be able to swing around a katana in that tiny little room. This wouldn't be the work of some supernatural phenomenon again, would it?
I'm afraid that's looking quite likely.
Oh, jeez, you sure can do some terrifying thing with these curses. How are we even meant to investigate this stuff? Our usual methods don't mean a thing if you can just curse someone to death like that. Oh yeah, well, we looked into it, and we were able to confirm Yamashina had a man called Kippe Akoma working for him. From what I hear, the guy's also wanted for solicitation of murder.
He is, although we only have his testimony to go on right now, so we can't say anything for certain.
Still, him having the exact same name as that victim in the Toba skeleton case is pretty damn confusing.
It seems Akoma gave a curse stone, a dangerous tool that lets you curse others to death, to a local woman with the intent of causing a massacre.
Jeez, scary to think there's tools like that around. Wait, what happened to that woman then?
Well, from what we've heard, she seems to have escaped to the mainland.
No, damn, really? Well, I'll put a warrant out for her arrest then.
Thank you, Detective. I'll let you know the details later.
Oh yeah, well, about Akoma. Someone apparently spotted his company car stopped outside Yamashina's place today. So I had a warrant put out for him as a person of interest.
Oh, impressively quick thinking. Well done, Detective. By the way, there's a high chance that Yamashina was killed by a curse contained in one of those curse stones I just mentioned.
Oh man, I figured that might be the case.
If Akoma did indeed stop by Yamashina's house today, he's looking increasingly suspect.
Yeah, looks like we should prioritise tracking him down. But it sounds like the guy was a favourite of Yamashina's, if anything. If he really is the culprit, what could have driven him to kill the man he owed so much to?
I can only assume they had some sort of falling out, perhaps over the matter of succession or the like. I'd assume that Akoma was the successor Yamashina mentioned, but it seems that wasn't the case.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think we can definitely say he's up to something, especially if the solicitation of murder stuff's true. I'll step up the pace of the search for him. You two take care too, alright? I'll get in touch if there's anything else to share.
Please do.
From the sounds of things, we should make dealing with this Okuma our first priority.
I wonder how Cersei and Avi fared in their search.
I imagine they've made it back to the mainland by now, but we have yet to hear anything from them.
Okuma might still have access to his curse too. The situation is more dangerous than I thought. We should probably get back to the mainland as soon as possible.
Yes, well about that, it seems that the last ferry off the island has already left for today.
Oh darn it, that means we're stuck here as well.
We'll have to stay on Kamishima for tonight, yes. I'll arrange somewhere to stay.
Nothing to be done about it, I suppose. Thank you, Soda. It won't be long before the sun sets. And yet I can't help but feel like there's another storm brewing on the horizon.
Yikes. Alright, so we've got a couple of things that are going to happen there that can't open up yet. Got a couple that we should revisit for alternative thingies. But let's press on to Avi's chapter fabrication. Despite being tasked by Yumiko to search for Ikoma, Avi, who has fulfilled the goal of his trip, and Cersei, feeling better with the curse of the raging waves cleared, choose not to return to the mainland straight away and have fun sightseeing in Kamishima.
Oh dear. You were doing so much better after the curse got lifted, I didn't notice the time. We got so carried away with sightseeing, it's already pitch black out here.
You're right. Time sure flies. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night.
Shouldn't we be heading back to the mainland to go after Ikoma?
Well, there's only so much we can do now. It's not as though we're being paid for it, so let's not lose sleep over it.
I see. Well, very pragmatic of you. Though it's not that late yet, it gets dark quickly after the sun sets, and the streets empty out just as fast. Illuminated only by the dim glow of a few streetlights and the stars, the island feels calm.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant to scroll around.
Did I see another thing come up? Maybe?
Hello, Akoma. Hello, you weren't there a second ago.
Oh, there's someone there.
Well, I thought I recognized that voice, so it was you, Mr. Barnum.
Oh, Mr. Akuma. I get the shivers just looking at this guy. What a creep. So, when did you get to Kamishima?
Did I surprise you? I arrived on a chartered boat just before sunset.
Now, wait just a moment. Didn't you say you had a fear of the sea and that boats were no-go? You've got to keep your character traits straight, else the proofreaders will tear you apart, you know?
Well, as it happened, my condition was miraculously cured earlier today, so I was able to come here after all.
Miraculously cured, is it? Oh, come on, if you're going to just throw in convenient plot devices like that, it's a total disservice to the art. Whatever, I have more important things to ask you. A whole lot of things, as a matter of fact.
Yes, sure. What is it?
Let's start with the mirror.
Why did you ask us to come to Kamishima to search for the still-tide mirror?
Yeah, well, it's simple enough. If something like the curse of the raging waves truly existed in these waters, surely it would be best to see it lifted, no? And it seems that it has in fact been dispelled. You did not disappoint, Mr. Barnum.
Oh, well, it was not like we actually did anything to lift it, though.
Is that so?
We did learn that the bronze mirror once belonged to Princess Hatsune, who was sacrificed to appease the curse. However...
Mr. Akoma, how did you know that the curse of the raging waves had been lifted?
Well, to be honest, it's hard to put into words, but it seems as though I got a little bit of spirit sense myself. I suppose the curse must have been what caused that ominous aura to surround this island before, no?
I see. I suppose someone with a bit of spirit sense would be able to tell whether the curse was still around with ease.
Cersei doesn't seem convinced.
In any case, since the curse has been dispelled, the matter of the bronze mirror is also settled. You have my thanks.
I suppose you're right. You're welcome. So, about Azusa Somakawa, the descendant of Taishima.
Oh, I don't remember telling you her name.
Ha! That is no obstacle to a man of my caliber. We figured it out in no time.
Did you now? Very impressive. I suppose I ought to apologize on her behalf. She's rather difficult to deal with, is she not? And so, did you manage to get a hold of the damn tobacco then?
Come again?
Yeah, for what I understand, she was last seen going out to sea on a boat with a foreigner. And she has evidently been missing ever since. Forgive me, it seems that my hesitation to introduce you to her has caused some inconvenience.
No, really, don't worry about it.
So you were after the tobacco too, Mr. Akoma? How come you're so calm when you already know what happened?
Believe me, there were times I wasn't, but at this point things like that no longer matter to me.
Things like what?
The damn tobacco. In fact, it seems as though I no longer have any use for it. I admit there's been some tension between us, but what do you say? Why don't we put that behind us? Ha ha.
She's not convinced. I have a theory, and my theory is that what if this dude, the guy going around as a coma, what if he is Tomashiga, the one who forced Sato to eat the mermaid flesh? Because remember, in that story, we read it a few episodes ago, I think. When he opened up the Tama tobacco that had been presented to the chief, whoever that was, there was like a piece of mermaid flesh already in it, which was so so dried, it was like almost like a wooden splinter, and he ate it, right? And didn't feel anything happen. And then then the mermaid jumped on the boat, he cut its tail, bit came off, he fed that bit to Sato, that's what she ate. Now, what if he did become immortal when he ate that dried up bit of mermaid flesh? And what if that's him? That's what I'm wondering. That's my theory. I'm not basing it on anything more than a hunch at this point, but let's see where we go with this.
Whatever became of Ms. Somakawa is no longer of any concern to me. In hindsight, I suppose I should have introduced you much sooner.
Ah, you might be misunderstanding. So let me get straight to the point. You know a woman named Kikuko Tsutsui, don't you?
You just came right out and said it.
Kikuko Tsutsui, Ah, yes, the young woman from Kamishima that used to work at my company. Was that her name?
You used that girl as a pawn in one of your schemes, didn't you? We nearly died because of her, you know.
I beg your pardon, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I most certainly did not put her up to anything so heinous.
Oh, so you're saying you did not give her a curse stone, then? To help her get recognized by Yamashina, since she was his illegitimate child or something like that.
A curse stone?
Unkoko Dona's illegitimate child? What on earth are you on about? You really have no idea. Don't try to pull a quick one.
Who filled your heads with such nonsense?
Well, as a matter of fact, we heard it straight from Kikuko Tsutsui herself.
She told you all that? Yeah, where's she now? I demand to know what compelled her to come up with such a ridiculous story.
She's, not around anymore, so I'm afraid talking to her won't be an option.
Yeah, I see. Anyway, whatever she told you, that girl is delusional. What a troublesome fantasy she crafted.
Indeed. So who did she get that curse stone from, then?
I'm afraid I know no more than you do.
Then what about the business card you gave me? It was the target of the curse. Care to explain?
Excuse me, I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
The symbol on your business card turned out to be the marker for the curse.
Dear me, this is the first time I've ever heard such a thing.
Oh, so you didn't know?
Of course not. That emblem is a treasured symbol that Unkokodono bestowed upon me when my company was founded.
Unkokodono? You mean Yamashina? So then you really had no idea?
You said it was used as a curse marker?
Oh, that is a serious accusation.
Oh, well. You're implying that Unkokodono was behind such a scheme? That's outrageous.
You have to admit it's hard not to come to that conclusion.
These groundless accusations are deeply insulting and absolutely infuriating. They will not tolerate such insolence from anyone, and honestly, I expected more from you.
All right, calm down, sorry. We'll look into it some more, okay?
Yes, very well. It's the very least you could do. The sheer audacity. Insulting a man's business card and benefactor. You're utterly disgraceful. I insist that you take it all back.
I am truly deeply sorry. Just overwhelmingly apologetic from the bottom of my sorry heart.
I'll leave the talking to you.
Weren't you the one put in charge of the search?
I'm counting on you. Get the info we need.
Ah, okay, leave it to me. So the symbol on his business card wasn't designed by Akuma. Then it was Yamashina's doing. I'm so lost. So why did you come all the way out here to Kamishima?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. More than anything else, I would like to take care of my business right away.
And what may that be?
I actually want to ask you about it. I believe there's a woman by the name of Sato living on this island. You wouldn't happen to know her whereabouts, would you?
Sato? No, I'm afraid I haven't met anyone by that name on the island.
Yeah, I see. So you're not familiar with her. Very well. Thank you so much. My apologies for keeping you. As I need to continue my search, I'll take my leave now.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
You sure about letting him go? Wouldn't it be better to restrain him?
Well, there wasn't enough evidence to do so.
Do you think he's actually innocent and Yamashina was the one pulling the strings the whole time?
I don't think we know enough to judge. Well, it's not like he can get off the island that easily, so maybe we should just report that we saw him.
Good point. He'd mentioned a chartered boat. Maybe we could mark it to keep an eye on it. Turns out staying another night on Kamishima was the right call after all. I've got to hand it to myself. I'm a genius.
Anyway, let's go and report to Mrs. Shiki and call it a day.
That is my theory, anywho. We shall see if that pans out. I'm torn between going to Accepted Fate and kind of seeing what goes on there. And kind of continue. I think we'll continue with this film. Before we finish this series, we definitely will go off and do as many of these kind of alternate paths as possible. But I feel like this is kind of leading us towards its own conclusions. Let's keep following it for now. Kibei Akoma is the prime suspect behind Yamashina's death. Having asked Cersei and the others to search for him, Yumiko hears what they have to tell her. I reckon when Yumiko meets Kibei, assuming they do, I reckon he's going to have the same 800-year immortals aura that Sato does.
I see. So we can be certain that Kibei Akoma is on Kamishima right now? Yeah, no doubt about it.
From what I have gathered from the islanders just now, there are signs that someone landed a boat in the gulf on the other side of the island. So that must have been Akuma.
So he's come like a moth to the flame.
Ma'am, that sounded a bit diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you.
I wonder... Okay. Second theory, linked to the first. Tomoshiga, right? He attacked... The mermaid jumped into the boat with him and Sato. Tomoshiga attacked the mermaid with a sword, cut a bit off. What if the mermaid that jumped into the boat and got a bit cut off and fled was Yumiko, i.e. Nagami? I was thinking it was probably Sobe, but I think her and Tomoshiga have beef. I think that's what's gonna become revealed. Let's put a vision ability on. Helped us find some mockingbirds before. I don't think there's anything there to find now. Okay, let's talk to them.
Still, from what you've said about him, your description of Akoma is quite different from what we've heard of the man on Ari.
We could hardly believe our ears either to think Yamashina had already been killed by a curse, and the police are searching for Akoma as a suspect in his murder. Talk about a bombshell.
Yeah, it was a real surprise. And you say that Akoma seemed to have no idea about either the curse stones or what Kikuko Tsutsui was planning.
Well, that's right. Swore the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking as innocent as a lamb.
It's entirely possible he's just feigning innocence. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself.
We have no proof of his crimes, after all. All he has to do is pretend he knows nothing, and our hands are tied. Still, there's a warrant out for his arrest now, no? Can't you throw the book at him here and be done with it? It would be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd like to at least get a better idea of his intentions before making a move.
Still, with Sodo and Cersei here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worst comes to worst, surely you two could restrain him by force?
Well, we probably could deal with most things.
But in the event we couldn't, the situation would likely end up being completely hopeless.
Right? I don't even want to imagine what sort of situation that would be. Did you see where Akoma headed after you parted ways with him?
Sorry, I don't really remember. But if he chartered a boat to get here and stopped it in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if we hung around there? Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere out of the way, we would struggle to find it in this darkness. Well, that's true.
Well, if he really gets stuck, I should be able to find out where he is using dowsing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot.
I thought your target had to be some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it.
That's right, but he said himself he had some spirit sense, and he has a pretty unique aura too. I think it would work. Well, that would be a huge help. We'll keep that in mind. I was sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still in Kamishima. Ah, well, we're having so much fun sightseeing, time just got away from us. You were sightseeing the whole time? I suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain.
You know, I still find it hard to believe that young man would be capable of such a foul crime.
Oh, Avi, you're so gullible.
Heartless, the lot of you. You won't even consider the possibility this is all one big misunderstanding.
When did you find the time to go around getting information from the islanders, Sodo?
Ah, yes. I took advantage of our rest break earlier to make a few inquiries.
I appreciate the hard work, but shouldn't you have taken the time to rest? Stopping to take a breather every now and then is important too.
I am afraid that's a bit difficult in this line of work. A single moment of complacency could prove fatal.
Sometimes I really do wonder if we live in the same world. Since when was society so violent? I've worked with Sodo for a long time now, but I don't think I've ever seen him sleep unguarded in front of others. He's used to sleeping outside too. I wonder what his day-to-day life is normally like. Just make sure to rest when you can, alright? Don't push yourself too hard.
No need to worry. I'll be sure to get enough rest. Thank you for your concern.
Alright, what do we do now? Darkened townscape stretches out before us, silent and still. I had thought lifting the curse of the raging waves would see it return to the peaceful fishing town it was previously. But it seems the shadow looming over Kamishima won't be dispelled until we deal with whatever's lurking out there in the darkness. By the way, is it true that Mr. Akoma can use curses without a curse stone? Well, based on what we've heard of the scene of Mr. Yamashina's murder, I think we have to conclude that he can. So it is possible? What does your assistant over there think? Oh, good idea. Let's see what Sodo has to say. Sodo, how likely is it that Akoma could use that curse without a spirit stone?
Ah, yes. Well, about that. There have indeed been cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others. However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. And even fewer would be capable to do so with a curse capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance. The man did say he had a bit of spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though. Not at all.
My thoughts exactly. I see.
Though, if we were to speculate... Oh, so there is something. Curses are not always born from the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor a strong grudge for decades, even centuries, that grudge itself could become a curse. I see. The supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, hey? You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge over an extremely long period of time to achieve. I suppose it is a bit unlikely Akuma would have access to a curse like that.
Cersei's thinking.
This would be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one allows even amateurs to use highly potent curses.
You heard that just now, I hope?
Yes, I'm sorry already.
So the work you wanted us to handle is all done now, right?
Yes, it is. Thank you for your cooperation. But I'd appreciate it if you could help us out a bit more, so I wouldn't be letting you go just yet.
Oh.
Still, something doesn't quite sit right with me about all this. Akuma must have known it would be harder to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite that risk?
Oh, I can shine some light on that, actually. I believe he said he was looking for a girl named Sato. Seemed awfully keen on finding her, too.
Sato? You don't mean Sato Shiranami?
Oh, know her then?
We do, a girl with quite unique circumstances, to be sure.
Could that be why Akuma is looking for her? But what is he planning? Unique circumstances, hey?
So chances are high Akuma is still looking for Sato, then?
If so, it would be in our best interest to find her first. If nothing else, it would put us in a good position to bargain with him.
Agreed. We should try to.
Is something wrong?
You said that Akuma arrived on this island before sundown, yes?
Yes, we did indeed.
If he's really that keen on finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so. Finding a single girl on a small island like this shouldn't be difficult. All he would have to do is ask around, no?
You have a point. I doubt he's been wandering in circles all this time.
Maybe he's not looking for her that seriously after all. Or he had some other business he wanted to take care of first.
You there, finally found you.
And who do we have here?
If I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakumura's son, Shotaro.
You're from the police, right? You gotta help me. My old man, he's...
Mr. Wakumura, has something happened to him? What? Mr. Wakumura is found, cut down in his own home?
You're not saying...
The clinic's doctor has taken a look now, but I saw the wound. There's no way he could have survived that. I tried to call the police, but Yuza Minakuchi told me to come get you instead.
I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be there right away.
Ma'am, given the timing, can we assume this is Akuma's handiwork?
Chances are high, yes.
If you don't mind me asking, mister, did a man called Akuma drop by your house at all? What? Akuma? So you're saying he's the one who killed me old man?
Calm down. You know him then.
He's in his 20s and is wearing a suit, though he looks really old for his age.
Another clue!
Okay, and also I was thinking, you know how those bodies in Toba Bay, the ones that were cut through by the curse, they go back decades, don't they? Some of them are so old they've turned to dust. It seemed like perhaps the cursed stone was being passed down to people, right? Or passed between different people. But, you know, if it was in the hands of an 800-year immortal, the same person could be doing the same curse over and over to people throughout the centuries, right?
Yeah, that's him. I met him earlier today. You met him when?
Today, just before sunset, a man I'd never seen before came up to me. He said he was head of an event company and had come here to gather information or something. I'm pretty sure the name on his business card was Akuma.
What, he gave you his business card?
Yeah, what about it?
And he said he was here to gather information. What happened to looking for Sato Shiranami?
Wait, Sato? You're saying Sato's got something to do with this guy?
All right, everyone, I'm going to head to the Wakamura house with Shotaro here. Soto, I leave searching for Sato Shiranami to you, Cersei, and Avi. Find her before Akuma does and take her into your custody. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Wait, we have to help out too?
Please do. The more people we have on hand, the better.
Now, Shotaro, lead the way.
Right.
Hello, who's this?
Huh? Right over there.
It's him.
Dun dun dun. Ah, that's him. Akuma.
What? What's Akuma doing here? Seems like he hasn't noticed us yet. Should we make our move now, or should we let him go? Okay, hang on. No, first things first. I have to see whether my suspicions are correct. Yes. Vision ability on.
Yes.
Come on. This aura. I knew it.
Mom, is he...
There's no doubt about it. He's an 800-year immortal. He's noticed us. Ah, he's running away.
Mom, should I give chase?
Please do. Follow him and find out where he's headed.
On it.
Don't be reckless. Keep your guard up and be careful. Looks like we have a change of plan. Cersei, Avi, you're coming with me. Let's go.
It is. It's Tomashiga, whatever his face was. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Oh, it's interesting that we've got a little one I can't do here, and it goes on to this one. Interesting.
Alright, let's get to it.
Sato hides in the Kantakisho ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone.
Who might you be?
Uh-oh.
It sure was a hassle to get out here. Looks like I made it just in time. Huh? You want an easy one to find, you know, but well, at least we finally get to meet again, my dear Sato. Could you please answer my question? Who are you? Are you being serious? This isn't one of your usual silly acts? Come on now, really? You forgot me after what, just 400 years? Oh, that stings, you know. 400 years? Okay, so I know this guy claims to be Kipeakoma, who is apparently another 800-year immortal, but that's not the real issue. I need to know who he really is, not who he claims to be. I don't think he's about to just come out and tell me. Looks like he enjoys being cryptic. I didn't expect him to just say he knew me 400 years ago. That's a huge clue. Who exactly was he 400 years ago? I push a little, maybe I can draw it out. Man, did I really come across as that spaced out even back then? Oof. So you're saying that you know me from 400 years ago? Well, we never met directly then. I can hardly believe it.
Okay, well, if he's not Tomashiga, who was 800 years ago, he must be the lieutenant of the guy who attacked Taishima, right? What was his name? Not that. Was it? It's going to be in here, isn't he? So he's going to be the vassal, right? Is he Komatsu Sedamuni? Komatsu Sedamuni. He's got to be. So he's got to be the one who attacked Taishima then. It's got to be him, right?
Well, we never met directly then. I can barely believe it. Yeah, he's getting closer. Who'd have thought my dear Sato was Princess Hatsune all along? How do you know? I used to be called Hatsune? Back then, 400 years ago, I never realized that was you. So sorry about that. You knew about me? Yeah, the story goes that Princess Hatsune was offered up to hold down the curse of the raging waves, sleeping for ages down there, Who knew immortality could be put to such a creative use? Truly selfless, admirable stuff. Brings a tear to my eye. Not really, there wasn't any other choice, and I wasn't actually asleep, so it was pretty awful. Also, could you please answer my question instead of going off on your own tangent? Yeah, well, turns out the resentment I bore was heavier than the curse you were holding back. I just told you to stop. Wait a second, the resentment you bore? Yeah, thanks to that, ever since then, any time I got near Taishima's waters, a raging storm would well up. Every time. Yeah, I've tried countless times over these 400 years, but each and every time my ship went under, I've had my fair share of trouble too, you know. But then that would make you the Raging Wave's curse bearer. Alright, I guess. I ended up becoming quite the legend here on Kamishima, didn't I? There's only one person you could really be then. Oh, sounds like you finally remembered me. Although centuries have passed, would you be so kind as to address me once again? Come, call me by my real name once more.
Yeah. I mean, I need to remember Komatsu... Komatsu Sadamuni. Komatsu... Sadamuni. Mooney, right?
Huh? Komatsu Sadamuni? Oh, come on, that's not even close. Do you really not want to know?
Oh, damn, I guess I don't know.
Try again. Come on, you should remember it. Speak my real name.
Oh, okay. Well, he's gonna be. Maybe he is Tomashiga then. Hang on. Just make sure I didn't spell it wrong. Komatsu. What? Sadamuni. Did I spell it wrong? I said Sodamuni. Komatsu Sadamuni. Yeah. Let's try that. Oh. Komatsu Sadamuni.
Yeah, that's right. Komatsu Saramuni, vassal of the Cookie Clan and commander of the raid on Taishiba.
I knew it. So the Raging Waves Curse Barrel wasn't a descendant, it was you, the commander himself, which means this is all your fault. You caused all of this to happen. Everything that happened to Taishimera and the mermaids.
Oh, she's gonna be Russian then.
Well, enough of that.
Enough? Are you serious?
We are in the Showa era now. Digging up ancient history won't change a thing. Besides, my whole army was sunk along with Taishima. I had a pretty rough time too, you know. Lucky for me, I was immortal, otherwise I'd have definitely died alongside them.
How can you seriously stand there and play the victim with a straight face?
My side's the sadder tale. Botched the mission, lost all my men, and I couldn't even go back to the army. I worked so hard to join the Cookie Clan, and then everything was back to square one. Years on the road with no real purpose. Hundreds of years since then, through the Edo period to now, constantly changing names and identities. It was all so tough. Most people would hear my tale and show some compassion, you know?
Well, I couldn't care less. Honestly, I don't.
Alright, you were just sleeping through it all, so you wouldn't understand the pain I had to go through.
Oh shit it, I was conscious the whole time and my memories are all scrambled because of it.
I see your fearless attitude hasn't changed a bit. I love it.
And I see you still never listen to anyone. Hold on, what am I talking about? Am I starting to remember something? Do I know this man from my past? I don't remember a thing about him and I can't imagine ever getting along with him either. Still, there's one thing I have to ask him. Before anything else, there's something I need to ask.
Go on.
I was wondering, did you come to the southern coast of Kamishima about 5 years ago?
Well deduced. Do you mean to say that they call Kamashima's Southern Sea disaster, right? Yeah, I was keeping an eye on Mare Minoguchi, or should I say the Somokawa line. Figured if I timed it right, I might snatch some mermaid flesh when they return to Ryugu.
What, so you out at sea then? You caused the raging waves?
Oh, I pulled some strings with local fishermen and headed out. The moment we hit the area, that massive storm formed. It wasn't just my ship either, a bunch of others got caught up too. Yeah, what a day. Mari Minakuchi went missing, I didn't find my mermaid. Oh, it was a total disaster.
No way, you're the reason that disaster happened 5 years ago? Do you even realize what the people of Kamishima went through because of that disaster?
Yeah, come on. I needed mermaid flesh to get in good with Unkokotono. What else was I supposed to do? You know how it is. Can't lead a normal life without a family register these days. Every through decades, once the old one gets tricky to use, I always need to find a new one. Around that time, I just started with a new identity of a young man named Kippy Akoma. I was just trying to get results fast, got a little impatient. Yeah, you can't really blame me, can you?
Yeah, how can someone be so selfish and heartless? I can't even begin to describe how furious I am right now. Forget trying to reason with him, he's so beyond forgiveness.
Oh, easy. Come now, my dear Osato. Just relax, yeah? You won't get found trying to apprehend me anyway. Might be better if you just hear me out.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means our little chat hasn't arrived at our main talking point just yet. See, today's the day the curse of the raging waves has been lifted at last. It's the only reason I could come here in person. And trust me, I've got a very specific reason for coming here and talking with you.
Damn it, I can't recall who he is, but just being near him annoys me somehow. It's not just his attitude, it feels deeper than that. There is some kind of buried connection. Right, so you've been looking for me, haven't you? What exactly do you want? Don't tell me you also plan to hand me over to that Onkokodono person.
Well, yes, that was the plan at first. You know how it goes. Nothing wins a personal power's favor like the promise of immortality. If someone's actually achieved it, all the better. You'd be literal living proof and enough for a goal in one.
Couldn't you just have used yourself as proof?
What? Don't be stupid, that'll blow my... He's gone French. What? Don't be stupid, that'll blow my cover. Think it through a bit, will you?
Right, of course.
Besides, I have my own goals. I needed mermaid flesh to achieve them. Trying to find mermaids would be so much easier with someone in power backing me.
Well, I couldn't care less about your goals.
Ha! Fair enough. To be honest, I don't care about that goal anymore either. Young Kokotono's gone now. Besides, I found you.
Huh?
Here's the real reason I came here, my true goal, the whole damn point of all this.
Me?
Indeed, I'm not just looking for any 800-year mortal. I want you, Sato Shiranami. You.
Whoa, what are you even saying? We never even met, did we? There's no connection between Komatsu Saramuni and me.
Oh, you're still not getting it. Yeah, well, that's odd. I figured you would be the one desperate to see me. You really don't remember.
Remember what?
That Komatsu Saramuni crap was all just a name I borrowed 400 years ago. Wasn't my real one. Never was.
He's Tomashiga. I was thinking it a minute ago, I was thinking, what if he was also Tomashiga who'd come back? He was always trying to get in with people in power, which kind of puts him in place with that kooky navy thing. It's got to be him. It's absolutely him.
Ah, you and I go way, way further back than that, Sato. Our bond is so much deeper.
What are you talking about? Further than that?
After all, you held on to that bronze mirror I gave you, no? Kept it close all this time?
Wait, it's a mirror?
Go on, say it. You remember, don't you?
That's it, I know who he really is.
So I need to just get his name right. So he is Tomashiga no Taira or something like that. Taira no Tomashiga. Taira no Tomoshiga.
Taira no Tomashiga.
Oh, that last. I'm glad you finally remembered. Correct. Welcome back, Osato of Kusawa.
Wait, Kusawa? Ah, that's right.
Okay, so maybe this is filled out a little bit, but I think we already had this. I remember reading that. I think we've read that. I think we've read all that. So I think Nagame is Yumiko. I think she was the one he cut the tail off and gave it to Sato. But let's read this bit. Sato, the girl from Kusawa village. At around the same time, Sato was living a simple life in Kusawa village, the place of her birth. I think I've read that. She went to work for the Bureau of Onmyo, blah, 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 as a maidservant. No, we have read this. Yeah. It feels like it's updated something, but like, we did read this. Read that. Maybe the aftermath is the new bit. After that, there were none who saw Tomashiga again, and he faded from memory without ever leaving his mark on the pages of history. At around the same time, Kusawa village found itself in an uproar following the return of Sato, who had been employed in the service of the Heiki. However, after it was discovered that she had somehow become immortal, she was shunned by the other villagers, who found her newfound state unsettling, and she soon left the village for parts unknown. A fragmented version of these events would go on to be passed down orally, eventually becoming one of the Yao Bikuni legends told to this day.
I remember everything now. It's coming back to me. You're Lord Tomashiga.
You waited long for this moment, Osato.
You're telling me you became an 800-year immortal as well? I can't believe it.
Indeed, I had mermaid flesh to become an 800-year immortal, just before you did. 800 years ago, we sailed out searching for mermaids, trying to restore the Heiki name to glory. We found one, sure enough, but those Genji bastards had laid an ambush. They attacked us, tore us apart. But seeing we had both become immortal, we both continued to live our separate lives.
I never knew. I thought I was the only one left. I spent all these years thinking I was the only one.
You and me both, Osato. It truly is a miracle that we are able to meet like this once again. Listen, Osato. When I realized this body couldn't die, I decided it was my fate to use it in whatever way I could to restore the Heike clan. The grief, the hatred, the curses of my bloodline who died screaming in resentment, I've carried all of it with me in this body. They screamed at me, "You'll finish what we couldn't, that's why you're immortal, damn it." Their voices never stopped. Centuries of the family's rage clawing at my skull, every day, every night. Even so, nothing ever worked. But I knew I couldn't just give up. That obsession of mine rotted into resentment, festering for decades, centuries, building and twisting inside of me. Until finally, centuries of resentment and rage congealed into a curse, something I could control, wield.
A curse born from that obsession.
The bronze mirror I carried absorbed that same resentment, and over time it transformed into a curse stone.
So your goal was to use the power of that curse in the flesh of a mermaid to restore the Heike clan?
Da. That vow was all I had left. It was the one thing that kept me crawling through these 800 years of hell. I sucked up the people and power and gathered followers, all so I could build an immortal army. But it couldn't be out in the open. Everything had to be done in the shadows, always unseen. Even with immortality and curses on my side, it was damn near impossible. No matter what I tried, the power was always out of reach. The path to reclaiming the Heike name was always filled with peril. It was always one fucking problem after the next. Nothing ever went the way I wanted. Damn it! Before I knew it, the world had changed into one where military power alone was no longer the key to control. Yeah, I just don't have the power or the time to rule this goddamn new age. Fuck it all. And so, we are here.
Sorry, needed to cough.
Before I knew it, my 800-year lifespan was burning out. The end was right there, staring me in the face. That's when something broke in me. All that was left was emptiness. 8 centuries, and nothing to show for it, just the truth that I'd achieved nothing. Tell me, Osato, what the hell were those 800 years of me giving it everything I had worth? What was it all for?
I can't say.
When I realized my lifespan was finally coming to an end, I almost felt relieved, like dying might actually set me free. It was then that I happened to hear of you. That you, my Osato of Kusawa, was still alive on Kamishima, as also was an 800-year immortal. That moment was the first light to pierce my darkness in 800 goddamn years.
Whoa, aren't you exaggerating a little?
Not at all. This is an 800-year-long miracle of fate, Osato. Don't you see? Back then, when the Heike fell, you were the only one who stayed with me. You were the only one who comforted me. When my final day comes, I wanted to be with you. That's the only thing I want now. If I can just have that, then maybe this was all worth something after all. You understand, don't you? You must. But the curse kept me from ever setting foot on Kamishima. So I manipulated Uncle Kadono. I used him to search for you, to reach you and claim you for myself.
Wait, hold on, this is getting a bit too much. What's so funny?
Oh, Sato, you're blushing. You truly are so lovable. No need to act shy now. 800 years ago, we were bound by a vow of love.
What we were? I don't remember that.
You kept the bronze mirror I gave you. Did you not? That should be proof enough.
What? No, that's not what you think.
Come now, we certainly took the long way around, you and I, but we finally found our way back here. After everything, meeting again like this can only be a blessing of fate. This is what our curse of immortality was all for, a final, glorious crossing into the next world. Together.
No. I mean, it is the end, but...
You've been waiting for it too, haven't you? The day this cursed life finally ends. Come, Masato, let's meet that day together. Let's finally be free of all this endless pain.
I am Masato of Kusawa. At the end of the Heian period, I worked as a maidservant for the Bureau of Onmyo. That's where I first met Taira no Tomishiga. By chance, he took a liking to me and made me part of his household. After the fall of the Heike, the world spun into chaos. We were too busy surviving to think about anything else. I remember those days now. We ran from one hiding place to another, and I had no one to depend on but him. But those memories are so distant now. So distant, it's hard to tell them apart from something I might have seen on TV last month.
We look at him.
It really is him, Lord Tomishiga. I remember him now. He was always just like this. All pride and vanity, puffed up with his own importance. The very image of an arrogant Heike. No wonder he failed so spectacularly. Anyone would acting like that. And still, part of me can't help but feel sorry for him.
Oh. What should we do?
Now that I think about it, the only reason I kept that bronze mirror after the attack was because it was the one thing I had left when I was to shore. It was the only clue to who I was. I held on to it out of loneliness, that's all. As a trace of a past I could barely remember. I'm afraid I never had even a shred of affection for Lord Tomishiga, even back then.
Anything else I should do? Oh.
Well, why are you so silent? Say something. You know as well as I do that our lives are almost up. It could be over by tomorrow. What are you hesitating for? Hey, Sato, say something.
Hey,
I'm talking to you nicely, and you just stand there like a fucking idiot? Wake up! All you need to do is be grateful and come to my side. That's it. Stop being so fucking pathetic.
but, what if I refuse?
Are you fucking kidding me? Refuse after all these years? There is no refusal. You would dare defy me? That was never even a fucking option. Come with me right now. If you dare to try to say no again, I'll ensure you receive due punishment. You have harsher methods I can use.
Harsher methods?
I told you, I can use a curse, remember? A curse that targets certain pattern and slices anyone with it clean through, nice and painful.
But even if you use that to hurt me, if I just hold on until tomorrow, your time will run out. You'll never get what you want.
Are you really that fucking dumb? Why would I use it on you? You're immortal.
Huh?
Before I came here, I handed out dozens of business cards with the target pattern to people on the island.
You wouldn't.
With just a flick of my wrist, these stupid islanders will be dead in an instant. You get what I'm trying to tell you, right?
You're holding the people here hostage.
Ha! It's just an insurance, a way to ensure you will come with me. In fact, that old man Wagamura was so stubborn about handing you over, I had to deal with him first.
What? You mean you killed him?
So, what will you do? You have two options, Osato. Time to choose. Obey, come with me quietly, or let your selfishness condemn these innocent people to a brutal death, and come with me only after you watch them die.
No.
Let's go with the obey him option. Let's not have another massacre on the island, shall we?
No, I can't. There's one thing I just cannot do. Very well. I'll do as you wish, Lord Tomishiga.
Yeah, finally came to your senses. You think you could ever defy me? Should have known your place from the start, you worthless peasant. What an asshole.
I expect there's another option we can go back and retry at some point.
I'm sorry. In the end, I gave in to Tomishiga's threats. Maybe, just maybe, there was still some way to fight his chaos, but When those memories of a distant past came flooding back to me, fragments of a life long gone. And when I thought of this man who spent 800 years chasing one purpose with such a stubborn, hopeless purity, something in me must have wavered. Before I knew it, I'd chosen to face the end together with this beautiful man, Tomashika. And so, before our time finally ran out, we sank to the bottom of Issa Bay, fading into foam upon the sea. As the curse that had sustained us for 8 centuries at last began to unravel, I felt my senses slipping away. Beside me, Tomashika drifted in silence, his face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile as he slowly faded away. A strange calm came over me then, as my consciousness began fading into nothingness.
Ending number 4, Tyro no Tomashiga's Desire. So we've had ending 1, which was the disaster. Everyone dies. We've had ending number 4, which is Tomashiga gets his wish. So let's just skip the credits here. Hopefully go back to the story chapter selection screen. Forgive me. I'm sorry, Sato.
I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you.
Okay, so we obviously have an alternate choice we can make there. We're going to come back next time. We're going to keep searching for new and different endings. I think the next thing I might do is the Accepted Fate here with User. So that kind of comes from the very first kind of track we went down. So before he had the visions. This is during his vision. He's, I think it's just before he gets beheaded, isn't it? So there may be something else to do there. Let's find out next time. But thanks very much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. Do let me know in the comments your thoughts on that particular ending. It, yeah, Sato very much being the sacrifice there again, in a sense, wasn't she, to save the people of Kamishima from the wrath of Tomashiga, who is a very, very unpleasant character. I think we can all agree. But hey, we had to see how that played out, didn't we? But let me know your thoughts on that ending anyway. We're going to search for better ones, shall we say. But thanks very much, and thanks also to our channel members, as always, for supporting Boring Tech Gaming. It continues to be hugely appreciated, and if anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and gaining earlier access to my videos, that would be amazing. Thanks very much. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.